Good evening, America. I would like to talk about a very traumatic experience I went through. 3 years after I arrived here. Because in around the time of my sexual awakening, with Susie Chambers, my girlfriend in high school, my stand-in father, and I say stand-in because he's one of the most cloned personalities in the human history, thought that they could turn my personal, sacred, special love affair into a sex tape that could be viewed on a neural node network affiliated with Channel 9 and News Corps. It turned into a 9-year sex tape in which I had some of the most amazing sex. 3 times a week, sometimes 4, for 9 years. There are times when I would get tired of the same machinations, the same automation. But I had a profound affinity with my lover that I wanted to fulfill her desires. And one orgasm for her wasn't good enough. I had to be a sexual bravado stallion of massive proportions who would take her to the climactic moments in our relationship, deep, sensual, loving, and take her back again to that place. So I had my own TV show. It started with HBO. But Channel 9 brought decades of psychological abuse. Abuse they would record, abuse that was go on for several months, rape, bastardization. In November 2007, in my final semester at my undergrad uni, a second admission in a hospital was detected in the future. Because of this, creators found me and they got inside my head. Within days, My mind was cloaked in darkness. I was in pain. And I was being raped by a gay imposter, a gay version of me. The gay imposter was getting raped, and I would be inserted into his matrix incarnation inside my head. This would be viewed by a bunch of noteworthy celebrity people in government, in entertainment, and primarily at Channel 9. Deborah Mailman, an Aborigine, and Sam Friday, a man of colour, were people who spectated in the abuse and actually took part. Deborah Mailman didn't take part, but she spectated. Sam Friday raped me. Body after body would be broken in two down the ass crack because of the ritualistic satanic abuse that would go on in my head. I know what Satan is capable of. I know what cults are capable of. And I'm not afraid. I'm not a victim. I still stand. These people are sick, twisted, sadistic, and because of my father, I have been abused and vilified by these forces of sadist behavior, doing evil sexual abuse on the inside of my head, on the mental plane, cloaked in darkness, infused with dark energies and the spirit of Satan. Brutal. Brutal. It went on for 9 months. 9 months of my life, I would have reoccurring dreams of rape that was happening in my head repeatedly, over and over and over again. It would scare the shit out of me. It felt real. The fear was electric. And these creators, these Satans, these demonic entities would feed off that fear and the pain and the visceral shit that was going on in my head. And it just got to the point that I needed light in my sleeping state. So I would refuse to go to sleep at night and sleep during the daytime. And my pain, my torment, my dreams, they were relieved to some extent, and I was able to get through it. But 9 months into it, I broke down crying in front of Channel 9 and the camera. And it was witnessed by everyone who was watching. And I think they had enough. That they had their fill. They knew I didn't like it. But these are people that are still around. These are people that are still in power. This type of abuse does go on. This type of abuse does persist. And it's cultish. And it's satanic. And this cabal, it does exist. And my father is not a righteous man. Even in the past few years when he comes to visit, I hear the moanings coming from his room as he is getting butt fucked up the ass on an astral. And when I was admitted in December 2007, my mother made contact with my high school, St. Leo's College. And the old school way that she was able to meet up with one of the religious education teachers, Ralph Kirschler, at the local fruit market in Waitara down from Hornsby Hospital. And she came to him for help. And what she really did is sold me out to a faggot and a pedo. Because after the next few days, he came in and he looked into my head and he could see the cloaked darkness, and he could see how many people were walking around wearing cloaked hoods, like some ritualistic satanic ceremony was going on. And it only got worse after that, substantially. The guy is harrowed. He's decrepit, he's run down, and he's a puff. And he's into abusing kids and children of God. And he should burn. So when you're sick, get tired of abusing your things, remember that your world is ending and you're facing oblivion, because you're on a world, the physical world that is moving towards the future. So don't stay in the same place. Don't stay in a static position, because you will fall off and you will succumb to death and disease. Out.